Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I am back with this video. I've posted on social media stating that I was going to make a review for the Power Rangers movie, which I have been waiting for a long time. You guys know this if you've been with me for a while. Since the beginning of my channel, you know that I am a huge Power Ranger fan, like one of the biggest Power Ranger fans. But as the title states, this is my review, and just a fair warning, there will be mild spoilers sprinkled throughout the video. Let's get started. The basic plot of the Power Rangers is that these 5 teams go out and find these power coins which grant them power, and they have to stop Rita Repulsa from creating Goldar and stop them from getting their hands on the Zeo Crystal. If you are new to Power Rangers, the Zeo Crystal in the TV show was a big part of the transition between Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers Zeo. And yeah, they kind of gave them these upgraded suits and upgraded power. And if you've never watched Power Rangers Zeo, which is one of my favorite series, I will watch that at least twice, 3 times a year because I just love it that much. As the song states, it says stronger than before, Zeo. Power up for more Zeo. So the Zeo Crystal keeps powering up, keeps gaining momentum, and yeah, they get stronger as they fight and stronger as they go. So in this movie, they're just protecting it from destroying the world, from getting in the hands of Rita, who will destroy the world. I saw a lot of reviews of this movie, and most of them had the same issue. They did not like that there was a lot of training sequences and such, and that they spend so much time training, but I actually enjoyed it. If you've seen the Power Rangers, if you're a fan of the Power Rangers series, especially Mighty Morphin, most of the time that they were not in their suits and they were not fighting, they were in Ernie's juice bar pretty much training. So I thought that was a good nod to that, and I really liked it. I liked that they were working for it and that they didn't just get it handed to them, which was great. So yeah, I actually enjoyed it, and I enjoyed that they did not know how to fight prior to that. Like, they had to learn combat skills, which is great. 5 actors who portray the Power Rangers in this new movie were actually really great, and I was pleasantly surprised to see them take cheesy as fuck dialogue and deliver it in a serious manner that didn't make the movie cheesy, or it didn't feel out of place. It actually felt really, really put together in the universe that they created. So I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see it all come together. Of the actors and characters get a lot more development than others. I give a shout out to my girl Becky G, because she killed it as Trinity. She's obviously the background ranger. She's one of the people in the background, but I think that's because of her lack of experience in acting and such. But I think she did great. I think that she kills it when she delivers her lines, and she definitely brings it as Trini. And I really like that her character has a lot of attitude, and you know, she is fed up with the world, fed up with her parents, and I honestly felt that through the screen. So yeah, I really enjoyed her character and the struggles she's going through. You know, she's trying to figure out where she belongs and her sexuality and who she is, and you really do get that from the campfire scene that they have, and I really think that she did great, and she really did bring it. Now, when we first get introduced to these characters, when we first see Kimberly, something happens in the bathroom scene. Of course, it's been in the trailers and stuff, and you see these girls kind of mocking her and stuff, and she kind of just cuts her hair off. I thought that was very misplaced at first. I was like, what? Why? Okay, so she's overreacting. These girls are picking on her, so she decides to cut her hair. Like, okay. As the story progresses, you kind of find out what she did and why these girls are picking on her, why they're cyberbullying her. You kind of get to see that, and I still think that cutting her hair was a little too much. Like, okay, but yeah, that's one of the things that I was like, all right. When I first saw it, when she's first introduced, I was just kind of confused as to what leads her to cut her hair. But as the story progresses, you kind of see what she did. And when Trinity is introduced, I laughed. It's not like a laughing matter, but I just laughed because in the background, when she's on top of a mountain, in the background, you kind of hear, like, she has headphones, so you kind of hear the music that she's hearing, and it's like this screamo heavy metal thing, and I was like, this is kind of weird for Power Rangers. But I think it plays really, really good with her character. But yeah, I kind of laughed. I don't know why. It's just, it kind of caught me off guard, so I kind of laughed a little. So the Red Ranger, Jason, in this movie, I kind of liked him. I thought that he wasn't the stereotypical leader, and he actually did care about these characters. He actually does care about Billy, who he befriends as the story goes on. And I thought that was great. He's really good, and I cannot wait to see Dacre Montgomery kill it in Stranger Things Season 2, because he really did bring his A game as Jason, and I think he really did do the character justice. And yeah, Jason was always taking care of the rest of his team, making sure that they were okay, and I kind of got it from Dacre Montgomery. So yeah, I liked his character. Definitely one of the main characters that gets more things to play with is him, Kimberly, and RJ Cyler as Billy. RJ Cyler, I really enjoyed him. I think it was great that he got to bring this character to life, and they gave him a lot more to work with, a lot more background. And I honestly think that he's one of the biggest highlights of this movie. And I know that a lot of other reviewers have said the same thing. He just does. He's the heart and soul of this movie. And yeah, he's really, really good in this. Now for my favorite Ranger, the Black Ranger. Obviously, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I am a huge Power Rangers fan. And my favorite Power Ranger of all time has been Adam, the second Mastodon, the second Black Ranger. And I was very excited to see what Ludi Lin would bring to the role of Zach. Zach wasn't always my favorite Ranger, but I feel like in this reincarnation of him, I didn't know where they were trying to take him at first. Like, at first I was so confused. I was like, okay, so where is this character? What side? What is going on? At first, we do get to meet him. He's on top of what seems like a trailer, a train maybe? I don't know what. I think it's a train. He's on top of the train, and he's like creeping on Trini, like full on goggles and stuff. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Okay. And then he keeps like bugging her and like teasing her. And then we get to see him grow and stuff. But yeah, at first I was like, this is what is going on? Like, what character is he trying to play? Who is he? He was a big mystery to me at first, but I kind of grew to like him, and he did do a good job. I think it all had to do with the dialogue and the lines that he was given, but I think he did great. Very, very surprised at the way this movie goes about, because when I saw him first show up, I was like, okay, this is gonna go south real fast, but it didn't, and it took a 180 and went down the other road, because I really enjoyed his character. Rita Repulsa, I was never a huge fan of Rita Repulsa in the series. I thought she was cheesy. I did not like that character. I could care less about that character. One of my favorite villains was always Lord Zed, so I didn't really care about Rita Repulsa. So I was one of those people that did not like her costume. I did not like Elizabeth Banks' costume when they first showed her. I was like, she looks meh. What is she? She does not look like Rita Repulsa. She does not give me that scary vibe. She does not give me the vibe of I am going to tear some shit up when I first saw her. But in the movie, she is scary. Like, when they first show her, they show her hovering over teeth and stuff, and I thought that was creepy as fuck. And I think that she delivered the lines very well. A lot of people are saying that she was cheesy and over the top. I think she was great. I think that she showed that she was a great adversary for the Power Rangers, and she just kills it. And yeah, I am wrong. I was wrong for judging the way the costume looked, because it actually looked really good on camera. So yeah. Goldar, I was right about Goldar. I thought that he was gonna look like crap on screen, and he kind of did look like crap. Gold crap. I don't know why they chose to go in that direction with Goldar. It kind of took me out of the movie, just because he's not a being. He's just big, and he's melted gold. And I was like, okay. I was kind of confused with that when I first saw his toy commercial, and when I first saw the toys, and when he was released on a trailer, I was just like, this looks terrible, what is going on? But I was trying to be positive, and when I went into the movie, I just couldn't deal with it. I thought he was awful. Bill Hader as Alpha 5 I thought was good. He didn't annoy me as much as I thought he was going to, which is great. But yeah, I think he did good. I wanted to see a little bit more of him, honestly. But yeah, for what he does, I think he did a great job. Bryan Cranston as Zordon, we don't really get to see Zordon that much. I think like 2-3 scenes, 4 at the most. But yeah, I thought he did great. He honestly, it's an upgrade from the TV show Zordon, because he's just a floating head on a tube who his mouth doesn't really sync up to what he says. It's just because in the show, they only filmed the face actor once, and dialogue was on top of that, so it never matched. But yeah, I think he did great. Just like Bill Hader, they did okay. I did expect a little bit more of them, and I was disappointed that I didn't get enough. But for what I got, I am excited. And hopefully we get a sequel so that we can see more of them and get to see more of their range and more of their take on these iconic characters. Now let's talk about the issues, the things that bothered me in this movie. Again, Goldar really bothered me. It kind of took me off. The toy, like I said, when I first saw the toy, I was like, what is this? This is not Goldar. What is this? Goldar had a more prominent presence in the show. He was a character, reoccurring character, and he would often go toe-to-toe with Tommy or with Jason, and here he was just Rita's monster of the week, which was kind of disappointing for myself. No Bulk and Skull. We get no Bulk and Skull. No Bulk and Skull at all. Or Bulk-etta and Skull-etta. We don't get that. We do get a lot of bullies in this film, but no Bulk and Skull name drops. I get why they didn't want to go in that route, because this is a more serious, grounded movie. But yeah, you could have at least called one of them Bulkmeyer or Skulovich or Eugene, and I would have been like, oh, yeah, Bulk and Skull. But we don't get that in this film, which is sad. But yeah. So there's this scene in the trailer where Kimberly and Jason have a kiss. Now, I was not one of those people who was mad at that. I was like, okay, well, it's a reincarnation, it's a reimagining. That's fine, depending on how the story goes about its business. I will like it or dislike it, so I didn't have an actual say about that kissing in the trailer. But I feel like due to fan backlash, they removed that scene from the movie, which here is why that bothers me. That bothers me because throughout the film and even after where that scene was supposed to be placed, Kimberly and Jason have these moments where they kind of glance at each other and do like a little flirty eyes at each other. And that kind of cut me off, and I was like, what? Okay. I feel like if that certain kiss scene was not cut off, the rest of these scenes would have actually made sense and wouldn't make me feel uncomfortable. But since they deleted that scene, everything else after that kind of feels a little out of place and a little left field for me. And I was just like, oh, okay, what's going on here? Why are they flirting? Why are they looking at each other like that? Okay. And it's just, it kind of took me off of where I was. But overall, this movie is great. It straps you in. It does not let you get off until the end. And I mean the end, until freaking the post-credit scene. It does not let you out. And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that this movie really kept the essence of what Power Rangers is. It is still a good movie, and it is still the lore, 5 people in colored suits fighting evil and getting to know each other as they go, which is what the show was and what the show continues to be. It's a diverse cast with diverse characters, and I think that this movie is Power Rangers but with the larger budget, and it kind of gets to explore things that they don't explore in the series. The series is a series, so they get different episodes to go about and explore these characters, and this movie had to do it in a matter of hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So yeah, I think they did great. It's a great setup to a franchise. If they decide to give us more, I will decide to watch more, because I actually want to see who they cast as Tommy Oliver for the sequel. If there is a sequel, here's hoping, fingers crossed, go watch it so that we can get a sequel, because I need to know who Tommy Oliver is going to be. But yeah, I overall think that you guys will enjoy it. If you're an OG fan who kind of fell off of Power Rangers, I think you'll enjoy it, because it has the same feel that Power Rangers gave me when I was a child. So yeah, I think you will enjoy it. If you're a new fan that have never heard about Power Rangers or have never gone into Power Rangers, I think you'll enjoy it, because it's big, it's flashy, it looks great, and the characters are very likable. If you're an OG fan like myself who never fell off the franchise, then I think you will enjoy it, because like I said, it's a reimagining of these characters and they do them justice. And yeah, I'm just very proud of all these actors who took on this role, because it's big shoes to fill, and they did fill them, and they gave me a little bit more than what I wanted. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Go out and watch it. Let me know down below who's your favorite Power Ranger. Bye!